game 4 comes from a tournament played in Moscow in 2007. Playing white in this game is none other than Vladimir Kramnik, who enjoys playing the Torre attack on occasion. Suits his counterplay restricting style very well. And playing black is Grandmaster Boris Savchenko. Admittedly, this comes from a high-level blitz tournament, and you may well ask, well, why is he showing blitz games? Well, because blitz games between two incredibly strong players can be very illuminating. And so it is with this game. We get the typical Torre attack position coming in front of us, with black playing h6, and this time Kramnik plays the evasive move bishop h4. Black plays c5, e3 by white, b3, bishop d3, bishop b7, knight bd2, and this time black is less committal, setting up a type of hedgehog formation after d6. He doesn't want to block the bishop on b7 in. This is a very legitimate way to play black's position, and it's a method that will be adopted by many strong players. Black tries to keep his formation as flexible as he can. So what should white do against this type of setup? Well, he can do a couple of things. He can play the move Kramnik played, which is simple enough, castles. He can also try a4 in this position, I think, intending to probe the black queen side. Obviously, white will probably have to castle on the king side anyway, but a4 is not a bad idea first, and then after, for instance, a6, queen b1 is an interesting move, with the idea of b4. By these means, white can hope to get an initiative on the queen side. However, Kramnik decided to castle. This allows Savchenko to play g5 and then knight h5, but Kramnik figures he's got enough resources in the centre in this position to negate any potential black kingside attack. The first of Kramnik's ideas is to play queen e2, so that after bishop a6, he can take away a potential attacker. Once he's got that bishop out on a6, a4 and a5 follows quickly with queenside pressure. So black plays a6 to stop him, white plays a4 anyway, and now Savchenko plays an incredibly aggressive move, f5. He's obviously decided in this game he's not going to be ground down by Kramnik, he's going to go for it. But very interesting now is Kramnik's response, and very sharp too. He plays e4, encouraging black to play f4, shutting in the bishop. But now he intends to play e5, and suddenly the game starts to get incredibly sharp. Well, white is threatening bishop g6 check in this position, a very uncomfortable move for black to have to meet. So Savchenko elected to play king f7. Now let's just see what happens if he takes the bishop. Obviously white goes bishop g6 check, king e7. Well, white has a number of moves in this position. He need not meekly take the knight on h5, although I believe that to be good for him. He could take on d6. He can even consider playing f takes g3 in this position, leaving black wondering what the heck he's going to do with his king. In all cases, white has a ferocious attack. So that is why Savchenko elects to play king f7. But I wonder whether he saw Kramnik's next astounding move, knight h4. I told you that blitz games could often be a source of great enjoyment as well as great education. And this is a tremendous attacking move, just opening up fire against the knight on h5 and reinforcing the idea of knight to g6 or bishop to g6 check, after which the black king is going to get into really serious trouble. So Savchenko took on g3, but after f takes g3, again, I don't like black's position very much. He tried bishop g7. You know, having come this far, you might expect him to take the knight. But after that, you know, rook takes f4 starts to look like a disaster zone for black. It almost seems as though this is some sort of king's gambit, not a Torre attack, where the f-file is open, f7 is creaking. And the problem is, black has no escape routes to the queen side here. So I imagine that the black position will collapse in very short order after that. So bishop g7 was played. G takes f4. G takes h4. And now white ploughed on with the move f5. So If you'd asked an observer to come straight to this position and guess the opening, I wonder if any of them would have been able to guess the Torre attack, because the position has transformed into some sort of wild attacking scenario, again reminiscent of variations of the King's Gambit. Well, black played queen to g5. F takes e6 check. You've got to open up lines in a position like this to get to the enemy king before he gets his rooks out. King takes e6. Bishop f5 check. King e7, and now Kramnik continues to strip over the king with e takes d6 check. King d8 was the rather forced reply. Of course, if king takes d6 in this position, queen e6 check just rubs black completely off the board. So the king went to d8. Knight e4, another very instructive move, just increasing the power of the attack by including a knight which was doing nothing on e4. Of course, black can take that knight, which is exactly what Savchenko did. But after queen takes e4, the rook on a8 is under fire. So black played rook a7, and now came a surprisingly simple move. Bishop takes d7 here. And, well, once again, it's hard to see a good reply for black, given that both captures on d7 fail. Yeah, I really think that black is in serious trouble. He tries c takes d4 here. Let's just take a look what happens after rook takes d7. Well, queen a8 is checkmate straight away. And if black takes back with a king, we go rook f7 check. And again, the black king is not long for this world. On the next turn, white simply takes the rook, retaining all threats. So bishop takes d7 is a surprising move. I think it wins. Savchenko took on d4, and Kramnik played the very calm c takes d4, leaving black at a loss to find a good move. You know, on top of everything else, white is 2 pawns up in this position. Of course, those pawns don't really matter. What is a significant feature of the position, of course, is the central position, central location of black's king. So anyway, Savchenko played king takes d7. That's more or less resigning himself to defeat. Probably he's running out of time on the clock here. King takes back on d6. Rook takes a7. No need for anything fancy here. I forget to play this move. There we are. Rook takes a7. h3, threatening a token checkmate. g3, easy to block. Rook e8, last desperate try. Queen takes e8. Bishop takes d4 check. And no more cheapos after king f1. There are a couple of checks. Queen comes down to f2, check. King goes to d1. Queen f1 check. King d2. This was the position Kramnik had seen in advance. If black checks on f2, he blocks with the queen. If he takes on a1, rook d7 check, mops up. So that was a pretty spectacular game as Torre attacks go. It just shows you that the Torre can be interpreted in a very aggressive manner. And who better to display this than Vladimir Kramnik?